It's Space Cadet! Hey everyone, it's Jamie from Best Nerd Life. Today I'm going to be doing something that I wanted to do for a long time. And that thing is basically tinkering with and fixing up an old busted computer. Now I've never really had the opportunity to do something like this before because I've never found one cheap enough for me to justify getting one of these things just to play around with. But luckily I went into this, what I can only describe as like a junk shop, and this place was like filled floor to ceiling full of random stuff. It was absolutely fantastic. I want to go there again and see if they have anything else in stock. But yeah, when I was there I found this £25 cheap as chips, like generic looking PC that was just completely covered in dust. But yeah, what PC did I get? Well, say hello to this thing. This is the Dell Optiplex GX520. Now, it sounds impressive, but really it's just the most generic thing ever. I swear that I have used one of these in school many years ago, or somewhere, you know, that kind of generic kind of workhorse PC that isn't really good at anything other than word processing. Anyway, in this video I'm going to be basically taking this thing apart, cleaning it, putting it back together, turning it on, and hopefully it works. So yeah, without further ado, let's get going. Right then, so what I'm going to do with this is basically take it apart, take all the components that I think need cleaning up, and essentially just clean them and make it a little nicer to look at, outside and inside. I might try and get some of these scuffs and marks off, depending on what I can do with it, and just essentially give it a clean, because I don't know if you can see in that kind of in there and all around here, there's just tons and tons of dust. It has a quick release mechanism on the top, so you literally just grab it in the recessed area and pull, and it comes off like so. First off, what I'm going to do is take the disk drive out. So to do that, you pull this lever here and essentially pull out like so. Yeah, so that is the disk drive. It's the CD-ROM drive TS L162. Interestingly, on the front, so this is the bay for the disk drive. I believe this here is a, let's take it out, a bay for a floppy drive. So I'm definitely at some point going to be getting a floppy drive and seeing if it fits in there. But before that, I'm just going to keep it like so. So next I'm going to take out the SATA drive. So all you do is grip these clips here and quite literally there we go, lift out. Not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Pull out the power and data cable, I think that is. I'll put that aside. See, I'm not going to go crazy with this. I'm not going to take every single tiny little part out. But for example, I'm going to take these power cables out, clean them up, because you can see there's a whole bunch of dust kind of collecting around here. So I'll take that out. I'll take this part out to get to the fan and clean that. And not go crazy with it. I'm not going to make it spick and span, but I will try my best to get as much dust out of it as possible. Because, to be honest, it smells pretty bad. Cool, yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, man. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a whole bunch of dust in that, so I'll try and get that out as well. Also, I will mention this is like the first time me actually taking apart a computer like this, but if anyone does want to kind of critique my style, my technique, then by all means suggest some things that I can do to become more proficient at doing this. Yeah, the thermal paste is pretty much just caked on. I'm not going to clean it right now. This is probably going to be a job for another day, because as I said, I don't want to get too much into this. But yeah, it definitely needs some DLC. Now I'm going to leave the fan in, I think, because it looks like I can't get it out unless I take the board out, which I don't really want to do. Even though this didn't cost me all that much, I'm still kind of wary of taking all the components out in a way that I will not be able to put it back in, or if I potentially damage it, because I want to, you know, do other things with this machine. So I'm going to leave that in for the time being. As I said, I'm very wary of breaking this, but this is why I've got a machine that was so cheap. I just want to become better at basically taking computers apart and learning how to do it better. This is a Hynix 1GB piece of RAM. Oh man, the amount of dust and muck caked on this. I genuinely am confused as to how this actually works still. Oh, also, forgot to mention, this is a Maxtor Diamond Max 21 320GB SATA disk drive. But yeah, I'm going to clean this up and then essentially put it all back together. So yeah, I'm back. I didn't really want to film myself cleaning it out. I don't know if you guys want to see that. If you do, then let me know and I'll do more videos literally cleaning out the inside of a computer with a brush or whatever. I will definitely do that if you guys want to see it. But yeah, I'm just going to put it all back together. Hopefully it will work. I'm sure it will. Just gotta remember which way this goes. Yep, that's the way. This makes a heatsink, I believe it's called. Actually, it goes on hinges here, so it kind of hooks in and then kind of swings down into position. It's pretty cool. I do like how the inner workings of computers have to get really creative with the way that they're put together, because, you know, limited space and components and stuff. It's just really interesting to see. I'll put the 1GB of RAM back in. I do hope in future as well to upgrade this to the maximum specs that it can go, just because why not? Like, for example, you can see, once I put this back in, like so. Yeah, cool. So if you can see kind of where the RAM is here, there's actually an additional slot as well. So even if it's just upgrading next, like 2 sticks of 1GB RAM, it's an upgrade, you know? So that's something to look forward to, for me at least in the future. And also, as well as the RAM, I'm also going to get a bigger hard drive for it, because why not? Let's put this in before So in terms of like cable management, there isn't really all that much cable management going on, purely because there isn't that mini cables. The other major thing I want to do with this machine is get a floppy disk drive into this, which I believe, as I think I mentioned before, goes in this particular section here. And to do that, I do need another one of these cables with an additional one of these somewhere around it. So again, something to put on my shopping list. And last but not least, I'm going to put this CD-ROM drive back in the machine. I can't quite, I think we need to slide it in here. Bear with me. There we go. Sorted, with a little bit of struggle. Let's get it down so I can see better. Like so. And it's all sorted. All I need to do now is put the side back on, so that clips down at the bottom. Now, the last thing I want to do whilst cleaning this Dell machine is to actually try and get these marker stains off. Now, watching LGR, he recommends using like a board marker to literally draw on these stains and then just clean them off. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, but it's going to be an interesting experiment to try. So yeah, I'm going to try and do it. Let's do it with this one first. So I've quite literally just put a dry marker on there. I assume you just wipe it off, and it's kind of done it. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that on there. It's kind of done it. You can still see a stain, but I wonder if... Try that again. Now, I don't know if it's going to lift off entirely, but it does seem to be actually working to a degree. This is some magical stuff right here. So I don't know if I've just made it worse. But, you know what? I still think it's pretty cool. Try and really get in there. No, I seem to be making it worse now. But yeah, it's it's kind of worked. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I've got my machine set up. It's looking very, very nice in the corner there. I'll turn it on, see if I can get it running, and just see where it goes. So yeah, it boots up. It's thinking about stuff. Yep, cool. So this is a Dell Optiplex GX520 series. Yeah, okay, so keyboard failure, floppy diskette seat failure, alert, system battery voltage is low, strike the F1 key to continue, F2 to run the setup utility. I'm going to kind of skip all that for now, see if I can actually get it onto kind of Windows, see if it'll run without me having to do pretty much anything. I have a feeling like it probably won't, but I'll see anyway. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this Advent wide keyboard that I got for like $5.99 from my local Currys. The reason why I got this is because when I was buying this thing, I thought I was being savvy by saying, "Oh, can you throw in a keyboard, a Dell keyboard that was next to it?" Me thinking that it went together. Obviously not realising at the time that the Dell keyboard that I got, I've just wanted a Dell keyboard to go with my Dell desktop. It's PS2 compatible. And my Dell is slightly newer and therefore is not compatible with those types of keyboards. So I had to round get this white keyboard, which is a USB one. So hopefully this white keyboard will work. If not, I'll have to figure out something else. But let's get this thing open. I'm not expecting too much from this keyboard because it's $5.99 and super cheap and whatever. I'll see if I can do everything that I need to do without the use of a mouse. Because I'm hoping once I've kind of logged into Windows and just got that sorted out with this keyboard, I should be able to go to wireless. Hopefully, potentially, we'll see. Oh yeah, this is this is flimsy as anything. Oh, that space key. Oof, lovely. As I said before, this is like my first time doing something like this, so you know, I'm just happy this thing hasn't caught fire right about now, but we'll see what happens. USB, F1, and it works! Oh my goodness, Microsoft Windows XP. Lovely. Oh, look at that retro. I say retro. Is it retro? What is retro now? You know? It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. And it's not doing anything. Ooh, welcome. Lovely. This is bringing back memories, I will say that. Oh yes! Oh wow. Wow, it has. Wow, this machine has not been at all cleaned out. It has homework. Goodness. Can you hear that? Okay, it's found new hardware. Oh, yes. So, yeah, the guy who owned this before was called Ahmed, and you can see that he was a duck. Wow, I did not know ducks could use computers. You learn something new every day. Okay, so I'm not actually going to go too far into this because it might have personal information on, and I assume this guy does not want his personal effects spread out on the internet. Oh man, what games does that have? Oh yes! Yes. You know this is a thing. I'm pretty sure LGR would be very, very proud of this right now because it's Space Cadet. Oh yeah, there's no sound. I don't have any speakers for it. But you know, whatever. I can't remember. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's actually good that it doesn't have sound because it might get picked up on by YouTube. Be like, this sound is not your copyright. How dare you use this? Oh, this is bringing back memories. And yeah, that was me tinkering about with my new old Dell Optiplex GX520. What a mouthful. If you enjoyed this video, then by all means like, comment, subscribe, all that social media goodness, and as always, keep living that best nerd life.